sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Music City. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, and Nissan Stadium on the shores of the Cumberland River. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Tennessee Titans. On the Rams sideline is Sean McVay. This guy's got the season started on the right foot, a home victory in the season opener. His counterpart on the Titans sideline is Brian Callahan. His guys, on the other hand, couldn't pull one out last week in the opener, so they're looking for their first win at home here in Week 2.
Joey Slye to kick off for Tennessee.
With my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, Joey Slye set to get this one going. Off we go from Nissan Stadium. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
Down the left sideline. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. It's a big play with Stafford and Nakua. The gain is 64.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They run over center with Williams. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Ready!
Now it's Nakua getting the jet sweep. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Ready, move. On 3rd down, here's Williams. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Carty's kick is good. And the Rams are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
On the return, it's Chindike. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
Mike, this is a big boy game, and sometimes the unfortunate truth is your performance was the difference between a win and a loss. And I think if you asked him, he'd be the first one to say, listen, my performance last week was not good enough. I have to make better decisions. I have to be more careful with the ball and where I put it. So his ability to improve from last week's game, both in production and decision-making, is probably the #1 storyline to follow heading into today's game.
Exiting the pocket right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They get an even 20 on that one. First down for Tennessee.
Come on, set! 60 Bison, 60 Bison! Liking 18! Ready?
From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles! Ready?
Play fake, now Ward to throw. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Bronco 80!
From the gun, here's Ward. And that is incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, the former All-Pro Johnny Hecker out to punt for Tennessee. Xavier Smith is deep for L.A. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Rams offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has an ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
On 3rd down, Stafford. Caught by Nakua on the outbound. And he's very close to a 1st down, out of bounds, right at the marker. Spot is just a little short, so it is 4th down. Another catch from there. Numbers starting to stack up in this one. Closing in on 100 yards, and we're still in the 1st half. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Cora. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
So the message this coach is sending to his huddle is very clear. It's, hey guys, I got all the confidence in the world. We're going to be aggressive all day. We're not afraid to fail. We are going to try to score on every possession. And as a player, you can't help but love it.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Wolf. Open right side is Okonkwo.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal draws us even. It is now 3-3 as the kick's away. On the return, this is Blake Corum. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down.